This first tutorial for Class Organiser is going to show you a few things, namely how to create venues, stages and classes for your business so that you can get started. As you can see, this make-believe business that we've got set up here is called Dolphin Swim School. There's our little logo up in the top corner, which of course your business will have as well when you upload your logo. You can see I've already added some stages and classes just to get you an idea of what it looks like. Although when you first log in, this section here will actually have a few paragraphs of writing that say welcome to Class Organiser and give you instructions. So this is obviously a business that's already been set up by ourselves as a fictitious business. You'll see the top subject header bar has a number of different options, and clicking on them will show you all the different things that Class Organiser is doing, will enable you to do. So I'm going to go straight to classes because the first thing I want to show you is how to add a venue. Click on add venue because of course we have to have a venue added before we can actually start to add our classes and enable people to book into them. So straight away I'm just going to create a fictitious one. So let's just say Village Rectory, because we've already got Village Hall, I'm sure. We'll just do a very, very easy address so that we can get going. Got no idea what county Chichester's in, but never mind, we'll just do what we want. Now you can see that the landline number, there's no red asterisk, so that means that it's not a required field. Payment frequency, click on the box and it tells you, it gives you quite a lot of options for the sort of charge, the way you might be charged for the use of your venues. And of course the best one for everyone is if it's free, but I think you'll probably find, I should imagine, most of them would probably be on an hourly rate. So we'll say hourly and we'll say £10 an hour, nice easy figure. Click add venue and it tells me straight away that the venue has been added. You can see there's a whole list of venues there that we've been playing around with and using to date. Venue number 6, of course, is the one that I've just done, Village Rectory. If I click on the number, it takes me back to that information. I would then be able to change something. So let's say the hourly rate changes to £12 an hour. Go in, change that, update venue, and the details you can see there, it has changed. If you stop using a venue and you want to delete it, just quickly and simply click on the red X and it'll take it off the system for you. So that's no trouble at all. So that's showing you how to create a venue. Now that we've got a venue, we want to create a stage before we can add classes to the stage. So we go back up to classes drop down box, we click on add stage, and we're going to create a stage. So we're a swim school. I've already got an awful lot of stages added already, so I'm just going to go for a good simple one and say beginners, because believe it or not I haven't actually added one like that before. It's telling me there stage added, and you can see beginners is the most recent one that's been put on there. If I want to change the beginners stage, I simply click on that and I can say beginners, let's say first timers. Update stage, and you'll see the change there. If I want to delete it, I simply delete. Please confirm you wish to delete this stage. So we're checking with you that you're not making a mistake. I'm going to confirm stage deletion and it's gone. So that covers adding a stage and deleting a stage. So the next thing, of course, is to add a class for your business. Now you can see I've already got quite a few different stages added for our swimming school. So I'm just going to add a class to one of those. So we go back up to classes, add a class. Incidentally, if you wanted to have a look, I've already added classes. So if I want to do all, you can view all of them by clicking there. If you choose that you've got a stage, but you've got a lot of classes within a stage, I can't remember which ones I've actually done, so we'll just do that one. There we go, Monday Dippers class, we've actually got 2, so you can see there, those are both Dippers classes, and that's the only classes that are showing because I clicked on the option class list by stage. But now we want to add a class. We're going to go back in. We're going to select the stage. Let's do a gliders class this time, which is age 1 to 3 years. Now, the class name needs to be a pretty good description, really, of when the class is, so that when it appears on your clients' lists, when your clients are looking, it gives them information straight away. So, yeah, let's stick with Monday with this one. So we say Monday dippers, and let's make this an afternoon class, so I'm going to say 1:30. Start date, of course, needs to be a Monday, so I'm going to say the 29th of August 2016. Now, I'm choosing that it's just a Monday class, but if you're running classes for the same pupils attending the same level of class on multiple days of the week, you can then tick them. So, for example, if you were doing, let's say, a swimming crash course during the school holidays, which was Monday to Friday, you would simply click Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so that when people book into it, they are booking into that one course, but for 5 days. And the number of weeks, because it's less than a week, but more than 1 day, you just put in the number 1. Now, mine's only a Monday class, and we're going to do it for full term, so I'm going to put in 12 weeks. My venue I'm going to select is the Village Rectory, which amazingly has a swimming pool. Teacher for the class, I'm going to say myself. Start time for the class, we've already said, of course, 13:30 hours. Now, most important that you use a colon when setting up times, otherwise the system will not recognise it and it will fail. So again, for the format, for the class duration, we're going to say 40 minutes for this class. And the fee per class, so how much is your client going to be paying for this class? On a weekly basis, we're going to say £4.50 per class, and the system will of course calculate that over the number of 12 weeks to give the total cost of the whole course, and that will be displayed when your client is looking to book. Number of spaces available, I'm just going to go for a nice round 10 in this class. Scroll down. Classes for under 18s, so I'm going to say yes. Do I allow provisional bookings? Completely at your discretion, of course. I'm going to say yes, and I'm also going to say that my provisional bookings require a 10% deposit. So I'm just going to put 10 in there for the percentage, which is of course a required field. If you're not accepting deposits, then just leave it as 0%, it'll be fine. Final payment date, you must have a final payment date in. So even if you're not accepting deposit bookings first or anything like that, just put in the final date as the start date of the course if you're not going to be accepting late bookings. So we're going to go, 29/08/2016. I'm going to say no to late joiners. If you've only started up a new business or a new class in a new area, you might want to say yes. Again, totally at your discretion. Credit cards, yes. A lot of people like to pay by credit card now, and if you scroll back up, you would have already probably seen this information when you're actually setting up your class, and you'd have read it. We do say payments for credit cards only via a stripe.com account. We used to do PayPal as well on our sister set Club Organiser, but to be honest, PayPal has ended up being quite a bit more expensive for customers, because I think you'll find that their percentage rate is about 2% higher than Stripe, so we stick to Stripe now. As it says here, if you choose not to accept credit card payments, that's absolutely fine, but the booking that you're putting in will be forced to be processed by Class Organiser as a provisional booking only, because you're not taking a payment to confirm it, and you will need to add payment receipts manually through the update booking page. But that might sound a bit frightening right at this moment watching a tutorial, but it really is very simple, and you will get there as you go through the stages. Right, so let's scroll back down. We're saying yes to credit cards. We're saying no to discounts. Discounts, again, completely at your discretion, and it may be that you want to offer 2 for 1 for twins, or perhaps 20% discount for siblings, anything like that. That, of course, again, like I say, totally at your discretion. and additional information. Perhaps you'd like to say that there is no space in the room available for family members, or if it's swimming, perhaps you'd like to say that family members and parents may sit and view through the viewing gallery or something like that. So just pop any information like that in the additional info box, and it'll appear for the clients to see when they're viewing the details for the class. Right, that's everything I want, so I'm going to say add class. And you can see there my Monday Dipper class, 13:30 hours, has now been added, class number 9. As with the previous things that I've shown you on the tutorial, if you want to make any changes to any of those details, just click on the update class on the class number and you'll be able to do so. If you decide that you want to delete the class, if you're no longer running that class, if it gets to the stage where the class isn't viable and you're not going to run it, just take the details off by clicking on the red box with the arrow cross in it. This one, of course, is to email the class. So once you've got members booked into your class or clients booked into your class, you can click on that button and that will enable you then to take you to an email template to email all those people that are in that class. But we'll cover that in another tutorial. That's all for now.